Hello everyone, my name's Medkov and many people knows me as the founder of Hookah Battle. Hookah Battle is an organization which organize different hookah competitions all over the world. It's have own like more than 12 years history. And yeah, we have a big international community and I hope you guys, all my friends, will watch this video. So I mentioned that many people know me as Hookah Battle founder, but also I have an experience in hookah lounge industry for like 15 years. As we talk about lounge hookah industry, like lounge business, hookah lounge business, I have an experience for more than like 10 or 11 years. So for many years I've been focused on opening different kind of hookah lounge concepts. So I have opened in 2012 the office Nargile lounge concept. It was a great idea to smoke like a boss in president chairs and so on. It was some really nice idea. Later we have opened rock and roll racing lounge. It's been launched for people who love modern rock music and also some old video games. We have opened Black Mesa Lounge also for the fans of some video games with some nice design concept and so on. We have tried to open a franchise of Egypt concept of some Egypt concept which calls Wella, and it was totally failed. It never works in Russia. You can read my article about launch fail about it in text. I think you will find it really nice. So in this video, I would like to offer you to review my concept of Diskette Lounge. This is the most modern concept of hookah lounge, and if you will find interesting, like you will really love what I have made here. So you love this concept, you want to do something similar in your country, I would like offer you to participate in my franchise concept. So, and the franchise concept gonna be next. One venue, like one Diskette Lounge in one country. It's gonna be interesting. So, let's start. Since this video is about franchise offer, franchise business offer, then it makes sense to talk about my own background and experience. So let me tell you a story of Nargile company, Nargile brand. In 2009, me and two other business partners, Boris and Alex, founded an outsourcing company, Nargile, which is called Nargile. It was a really nice 2009 year and we were young and we decided to start an outsourcing and catering services for hookah industry. And well, in 2012 we decided to open our first hookah lounge, which is called the Office Nargile Lounge. We have a task to create a concept like modern style of hookah lounge. Like we've been in many hookah lounges which been pretty related to some Arabic culture or Indian culture or something like that. And we really want to make something new, something fresh. And we have created an idea to make a new concept of hookah lounge with president chairs, where you can visit it and smoke like a boss, to feel yourself like a boss. And we call this place the office of Nargile Lounge. And we didn't know will it have success or not, but yeah, it was so successful. We have so many people who would love to visit it, with so many fans. We have built the first hookah community based on this venue, and it was 2012-2013 year. And yeah, it's some nice memories about it. And we decided to start a franchise of this project. We've been like a very first guys who offered to everyone to open the same concept in own city. And we have attracted many people who participated in this idea. And from 2012 till, okay, let's say 2018, we have successfully sold more than 150 franchises in more than 6 countries, I think, something like that. Yeah. So unfortunately, we have divorced in 2019 with my partners. So this brand does not exist anymore. Well, I'm still the owner of this trademark, Nargile, but we do not work as a team together. So there are still some venues, like franchise venues, like 20 of them, which still operate. And unfortunately, this project doesn't exist anymore. But I have a really good background about franchising. So I know what franchisee wants from the franchisor. I understand how the process works. So if we will work together as franchisor and franchisor, I have enough knowledge to provide you some good services, and I will take some fair money for this. You can be sure about it. Brief essence of the proposal. The goal is open Diskette Lounge in your country as the international collaborative project. So it could be 2 sides of this project, as like franchisor and investor like you. Or it can be 3 sides of the project. Investor, franchisor, me, and operator. So some guy or some team who already have some experience of hookah lounge opening business and so on. I will tell exactly what does it mean. So if we talk about which actually investments are required for such a project, let's say it could be around $1,100. But it really depends on your city, on your country, and the expenses for the rent and many other factors. So I just give some average sum. So if we talk about average investment, if we talk about project payback, so let's say it's gonna be 3 or 4 years. It's normal thing for the hookah lounge business. Moreover, I can tell that in some countries, restaurant business is okay to have like 5, 6 or 7 years investment payback. So yeah, let me remind you, this concept is one franchise for one country. So look, I do not have a goal to make a big money on this project, on this franchise thing. So it's mostly about the idea. It's not more about money. So let's talk a little bit in details about project structure, if it's gonna be a structure of 3 sides. So it's gonna be a franchisor, which is gonna be me, our company, right? So it's like trademark owner and so on. It's gonna be operator who builds and manage the business. And it's gonna be investor who gives investment. So that's it, 3 sides of the project. So investors give a lump sum payment and royalty to us. Yeah, so it's gonna be a payment for our services. We give a trademark concept and technologies. The concept, we give a hookah chief. I will tell about it later. We provide some possibly supplies, hookahs, menu concept, marketing concept, design concept, consulting, and so on. We do not ask to have a share in your business, so we are interested only in lump sum payment for our services and some royalty, monthly royalty. You will get some details from me personally when you ask some presentation from me. So something like that. So what is exact franchise terms and support before the opening of business, before the opening? So we just started to make this project together with you. So first of all, you will need to pay some amount of lump sum payment to our company. Then we provide you some contract with total exclusivity. Only one Diskette Lounge can be opened in one country. It's gonna be a 4 months of online and 2 weeks of offline consulting and education of the business operator. So it's you guys. So it's you guys who will manage this business. We will provide you Diskette Lounge trademark contract for your country. We will provide you a 3D module of the future venue based on the rental place information. So you will send us an information about your rental place. You will need to find some place for rent. You send us dimensions, and we will draw an entire 3D module of your future venue. Also, it's gonna be interactive generation of graph building consulting. So it's we will have a part about my science work with interactive graphic, and we will adapt it for your country, for your culture, and for your country. It's gonna be awesome. You will have some personal project manager who will watch all your steps and who will consult you like every day. Also, we will take on ourselves a creation of the website and social media page for you. And also we will search, select and train Russian hookah chief for you. It's just a nice idea. Do you know like some Italian restaurants with Italian chief, cousin chief, yeah? So we do the same thing, and we will train for you. We'll find some guy who will be ready to relocate to your country. We'll train him, and it's gonna be our hookah chief, our guy who will go to your country, live in your country, and will take care of the high quality hookah from our side. So do you like this idea? For me, it's just wonderful. So as I mentioned before, this project could be launched with 3 sides: investor, business operator, and franchisor. It can be 2 sides or 3 sides. So with 3 sides concept, here are some terms for business operator. Business operator support before the opening. So business operator, it's the guys who have the knowledge how to open hookah lounge in particular country. So business operator can get some amount of money from the investor and can have some percent like share in the project LLC company. Business operator do not invest own funds into these projects. Business operators supervise and hire and service local team who will manage this project. Business operator find the location and venue for the rent. So also business operator educate all the requirements and standards from a franchisor, from us. Also these guys build a turnkey establishment and provide a transparent and financial reporting for the investor. So who can become a business operator in this project? So you already have a successful hookah lounge in your country, right? You can become a business operator for this project. So how it works? We make some kind of an agreement with you that we look for some investor for this project, and you will be our guy who will manage this project in your particular country. So something like this. So franchisor terms and support after the opening, not before opening, but after the opening. The venue being opened, what will be after this? So it's gonna be some monthly royalty payment to our site. Yeah, we will hire some guys who will help you, who will consult you, do you some marketing support after the opening. Also, it's gonna be a regular consulting of our marketing team, like content ideas for social media things, special offers, loyalty mechanics, and so it's many different things. Also, you will have an access of regular updating our music playlist on Spotify. Yeah, I update it personally every day, and you will have access into it. We will supply you like every 3 months. We launch a new concept of cocktails and hookah menus, and we will provide you our new concepts like every 3 months, and you can launch it in your own venue, which is really cool. What is the role of business operator terms and support after the venue opening? So business operator is motivated with some percent of share. They're gonna be like a minority shareholder of this project. And business operator will be motivated to run and grow this business. So Business operator will be responsible for monthly financial reporting for the investor. Also, all venue management processes like staff, employees, business processes, everything. And also, business operator will be responsible to be do all the coordination with us, with franchisor. So that's the role of business operator after the venue opening. That's it. So if you will ask me, all right, Stan, I'm agree, let's go ahead. So, but what is going to be the timeline of the project? How long all the procedure will take part? All right, but if you will tell me like, okay, we agree, but what gonna be a timeline of the project? So how much time all the process will take? Okay, let's see. So in my opinion, it might take like up to 6 months to launch a successful project. From the zero idea to the successful venue, like successful hookah lounge. So 1 or 2 months is gonna be a discussion of some details, all the mechanics, all the contracts, and so on. Then on the second month is gonna be a company formation in your country. So also on the first and second month you have to provide an investment payment. On the second month, we should start for looking for the rental location. Also, we will start remote consultation of the business operator, so it's guys who will organize all the process in your country. So on the third month, it makes sense to search of the local marketing director, some guy who will be responsible for your social media, marketing, and so on. So we will start to educate him as well. Then it's going to be a period when you rent a venue. We will start to create a 3D module of your future venue. Also, we will start a process of business training of your future hookah chief here in our lounge. And you can see on this timeline we should we should have some artists on the grand opening, and there are many other things to organize and to do. So let's summarize. It could be, okay, from 4 months till 6 months, something like that, to make it really good. What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Let me tell you a story how I came up to this idea of Diskette Lounge. So it all started in 2015. I just noticed that some young people really love to touch the things which been related to some analog technologic epoch, like some old things like cassette tapes, old players, old type of music, 18s music, and many other things. It was like, wow, it's so interesting. So I put a lot of attention into it, and I became a free scientist. I'm being interested why young people want to touch something with the 18th and 19th period of time, while at the same time they've been not a part of it, because many of young people been born at zeros or something like that. So they want to touch a romantic thing of analog epoch where they never been. So it's just really interesting. So I decided to learn a lot about the scientist studies of modern generations of people. So you can read my articles about it, and I came up in 2015, and in 2015 I created on the big list of paper some kind of idea of the graphic. So how can we compare different generations of people, how we can compare different kind of scientists, research from different scientists, guys, in one graphic. So take a look on something what I have been created for the last 8 years, and the basic idea being to aggregate different science studies about modern people generations and how the different cases, the different aspects affects on any kind of generation. Let me show you how it works. So this is an interactive graphic, so any person in Lounge can use it, and this transporter can adapt to own date of birth. And this graphic will tell you something about your own role in this world, tell you something new about you, or you can check your parents and so on. Let me show you how it works. So let's take an example of Generation X. We call it on the downside of graphic. There are some characteristics of this generation. So it's people who were born in this decade, so something like at 17th. And you see in the downside of graphic its attributes. So these guys usually really high educated, they are pretty traditional. In the United States, Generation X is also called as generation of MTV. So they like to criticize, they have a big value of their parents, and most of them are satisfied with their life. Yeah, so it's just an example, and it's interesting that you can put it's not fair to say that you are personally related to this generation or to another generation. So my concept is that you can be something between two generations. Like my concept is that you can put this transporter to the date of birth. Like, okay, let's say it's gonna be my date of birth, like 1989. So who am I? I'm a half Generation Y and a half Generation Z, which means Zoomer. You can see on the graphic that I'm 40% related to Generation Y and 60% to Generation Z, which means that attributes of Generation Y are fair to me, like for 40%, and attributes of Generation Z, like Zoomer guys, going right to me for 60%. And it's interesting because different people have different mind about the surrounding world, and you can use this instrument in marketing and HR and different sides of your work. Let's look on the upper side of graphic. So you see there are 5 sectors of different cases which happens in each year. So first cases is political and historical, like which president being in this year. Next cases is social and cultural. The next one economics. Next one top of music, top of cinema, and technologies and science. And the interesting thing that this transporter can show you your memories. Yeah. So first 7 ages. First 7 years, when you've been up to 7 years, you can't remember. You can't remember clear what happens in the world, but you can see what happens in the world when you've been like 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old, and so on. And the concept is that the theory that what cases in the world affects you when you've been young. Yeah, so what have you seen in the world? Yeah, what affects you? So that's why, for example, Zoomer generation, people call generation 9/11. It's about big terrorism, big things with what happens in the world and so on. As regards in my generation, which is something between Y and Z, people call it digital migrants, because we have migrated from analog time to digital time, and that's interesting because we remember both things. And yeah, and moreover, you can check what kind of, what can we say about your parents? Like if you are interested about your parents, you can go there and you can make some analysis of what did they watch, which type of cinema, which type of music, how did they live, and why they are as they are. So that's the concept. So you can imagine how our guests, our people like to interact with this graphic, to make a picture with it, to tell friends about it, and so on. But there are one problem. This graphic being created for Russian culture, for Russian, for the Russian people, Russian history. And the concept for franchise is that you will launch a venue in your country and we will create the same thing for you, but adapted especially for your country. So with your cultural things, with your happenings, with science, type of music, cinema, and so on. So that's going to be super interesting for the your country auditory. All right. This is another artifact of our Diskette Lounge. We call it Retro TV Bar Station. When I've been thought, like when we just planning our venue, like 4 years ago, I have created this idea with Retro TV Bar Station. I have calculated how much it will cost. I have showed it to my partners. And they told me, no way, it's just a crazy thing. No any way that we will do this. But I've been so ambitious, so I convinced them to make it. I told, guys, it's gonna be the main part of our venue. So people will come to here just to watch this thing. So it's been really difficult to organize it. So we have bought old analog TVs. It's 16 TVs, and the main challenge being to organize a video transmission on it. So we have 4 Raspberry microcomputers which generate signal to 4 TVs, 1 computer, and as a result you see a composition of 4 types of transmissions, and it's been really difficult to make it happen. We have ordered it from some specific company who do difficult solutions for Quest games, Quest game rooms, and this company can actually do it in different countries. They have such an experience, and so we have accumulated old retro videos like from 18th, 19th, it's commercials, MTV video clips, and many other things from our community. So yeah, our community participate on what we see on these TVs. And you know what? People come to our lounge just to make a picture of it. So we appeared in some blogger list as top 10 places of the city where you can make a nice picture of your Instagram, and so many people do just picture with this retro TV stations. So many young guys just love to make a picture. Moreover, there are some artists, like rap artists from our countries, who decided to make rap video clips with our Retro TV Bar Station. So we have attracted a lot of attention of it, and that's how we accumulate a lot of guests. In Diskette Lounge, we have a nice collection of neon signs, but I have one neon sign which have some real interesting story. In 2019, I have traveled with Hookah Battle show in Miami. It was Hookah Battle Vice Cup, nice. There are some nice memories about it. But there are some interesting story. So I have visited office of Steve Carpenter. It's a big master who been created neon signs for such a brand like Coca-Cola or Toyota or many other famous brands. But the most important thing is that he's been a guy who created all neon signs for famous series of movie Miami Vice, very popular in 18s. And I personally met Steve and have bought this neon sign for our Diskette Lounge. I have bring it here. And I think it's possible to order some neon sign from him to your lounge, to your Diskette Lounge in your country, and tell a few words about Steve Carpenter and Miami Vice serial for your followers, for your guests. It's gonna be cool. We have a nice collection of retro video games and retro consoles like old Nintendo, Sega, first PlayStation and many other things. And you can imagine the situation in our lounge, like some people who like 30 or 40 years old came to our lounge and telling, hey, I've been playing this when I've been a kid. And they can tell to some young guys, like 20 years old guys, that hey, it was something when I've been a kid. And that's a part of our mission, of our venue mission, to be a bridge between generations. And it's really fun for me as an owner to see such a situation when old guys can learn something from young guys, and opposite, young guys can tell something new to old guys, and that's it. It's really nice and you will enjoy it. This pinball machine being created in the United States and the same age when I was born in 1989. And it has some own history. So after the United States, it travels to Germany. It's been in Germany at zeros. Then it travels to Russia. And now it's located in our lounge, in Diskette Lounge. And people can enjoy playing this retro gaming machine with pinball. It's really fun. So yeah, we sell tokens to it, and we have some additional earnings from pinball machines, and it's really fun. Diskette Lounge Museum of Old Techniques from 18th and 19th. Well, we have a special offer for our guests. If you will bring us some old techniques from 18th or 19th, you can get a gift certificate for our menu or bar. And you know what? Many people brought us many different things. Just let me show you what we have. What kind of old techniques or old things we collect? So let me give you some examples. For example, this old laptop from Toshiba, it's still working. You know, it's possible to insert floppy disk, and it's like the very first version of Windows, like Windows 3.1 or something like that. Or this old Game Boy from Nintendo. It's and you know, the funny thing is that we can launch it, and for some young guys, like 20 years old guys, there are so many fun to connect with it, to check it, and it's really nice. And at the same time, for some old guys, it's gonna be a cool feeling of nostalgia. I should also mention about the furniture of our lounge. It's also have some deep concept. So we, before the opening, we have searched all the market of all antique furniture from Soviet Union. And for example, this one is from, I guess, from Poland. Another one from Eastern Germany or something like that. and it was a really long process to restore it, to restore it. And yeah, so you sit in this chair, and this chair like 40 years old or something like that. You have a feeling of some history of it, and that's really cool. Do you see this red creeping line? It's really a nice story about it. Every month we ask our followers in VK to send us some different jokes or some absurd words that we can locate on this creeping line. And that's cool because people can interact with our lounge. They can visit our lounge and see your own joke on this wall. And that's cool because they can participate in building of something in this venue. And this stimulates people to come back more and more again. And that's cool. Let's have some fun. Old Windows error message, we just printed it, and the funny thing is that there are some absurd text with jokes on it. So let me just translate it for you. You drank 10 shots, alcohol shots. Please save your progress. Okay, one more shot, please. So that's just fun. You ask me why? Because people like to make pictures with it. And when you make pictures, it looks like a real error message on your picture. It's just fun. And as much, I call it artifacts of your venue you have in your lounge, as much people make a picture with it, share it with friends, as much new guests you will have. So that's the concept why we do it. We also have here in Diskette Lounge different kinds of art objects. It's different kind of items with which people like to make a picture. So one of our community members have created for us a picture. It's like a drawing on the old diskettes, and it looks really nice, and people love to make a picture on it. We also had like a head of Kelus. It's part of vaporwave concept, and another community member just printed this head of Kelus from 3D printer for us, and it was also cool. And there are many other items, and we are trying to collect more and more of it. Music is a big part of Diskette Lounge concept, and this is a DJ place, so we have some podium for artists, and usually I personally select some artists who make some, not only audio set but also visual set, and I personally manage all the music, like background music inside our lounge. So any audio track that you hear here in Diskette Lounge being selected personally by me. So I do it every day. I listen to a ton of music, and I personally select a playlist. So when you will launch a franchise concept in your city, then you will launch also our Spotify list, and you have to understand that each track being selected by me personally, and I update it every day. Our venue looks different at day and at evening and at night. So that's why we have a different music concept. We have a day music concept and night music concept. So let me give you some examples of day music concept. It's something uplifting like, let me show you, uplifting vaporwave. Or it can be some funny vapor trap. Or future funk. And my favorite, uplifting synthwave. And also we have some evening and night music concept. Let me give you example, some melancholic synth wave. And of course some chilling chill wave. It also makes sense to mention that every year we organize Synthwave Award from Diskette Lounge for the best artist, and also a Vaporwave Award. Last time for Vaporwave Awards it's been my favorite artist, Windows 96 from Brazil. I hope that one day we will open a Diskette Lounge at Brazil, gonna be so awesome. By the way, we have some plans to issue our own albums, like it's gonna be a compilation of different Vaporwave artists. So we are gonna produce music and we are gonna have some music contests for artists, and I have a big plans about it. And now let me introduce you VHS wall of Diskette Lounge. 250 people participated to build it. Let me tell you a story how we made it. If you are a 20 years old Zoomer, you can ask your parents, what is this? This is an old VHS tape, and you know what? In any country, anyone have it at home. Your parents at least have it at home, so everyone have it. So when we just opened our venue and we have had a grand opening in 2017, we have launched an interesting marketing move. So we have declared that any person who will bring us his old VHS tape, we will give him a white marker. And each person can write a note, like own signature or some message to the future guys, some personal message. And we will glue his audio tape or videotape to this special VHS wall. And for any person who've been made this task, we have given like $10 certificate for cocktails in our bar for free. And it was so amazing. And we have contributed more than 250 cassettes, and we have made it on the entire VHS wall. So each VHS tape is from some particular guest with some own signature, and people like to watch it. So there are some history behind of each VHS tape, and this is a real art object of our lounge, which I'm really proud of. And yeah, this is one of part of our marketing concept. You should launch your own. Let me tell you a story about bar and cocktails from Diskette Lounge, and of course we have some deep mind about cocktails. And every quarter we update our cocktail menus. But first I would like to tell you a story about our menu concept. So the name of our lounge is Diskette Lounge, and we print our cocktail menu just on the old diskette types. So there are different types of diskettes. This is the first one, and the second one, it looks like this. And also the most popular diskettes are floppy disks. And we just print our menu on these diskettes. It's really hard to find it. And what is the benefits of it? When people look on it, they also make a picture of it, they tell friends to it, and it's really nice because you keep in hands not just a simple paper list. You keep in hand some history. So we buy it from different vendors, like from different guys who still have old diskettes, and we update it regularly and we print it on the menu of it, and people really enjoy how it looks like. It's just fun. So that's it. And another part is, some lounges can give you a business card. Any lounges, any bars have a business card, and our business cards are crazy. It just looks crazy. It's just something what people never throw away. We print our business cards on old floppy diskettes. So when I give a business card of our lounge to some, you know, business partners, some guys which I want to visit our lounge, they just hold in it hands and just say, "Wow, come on, is this for real?" So, and people never threw it away, and they come to our lounge. So, what will you get from us regarding our menu? Every quarter we update our bar menu, and yeah, we will send it to you. So every quarter you will have some new bar menu and some nice cocktails from Diskette Lounge. I think it's gonna be cool. Cheers. The general design concept is related to the official mission of Diskette Lounge, and the mission is to be a bridge between generations of people. And if we talk about generations, so it can be young guys and it could be old guys. Well, I decided to make a mixture of different concepts, and it's gonna be a mixture of web punk. It's internet culture, so it's something related to internet archives, old web, and so on. Also, it's pixel art, so it's the art related to old video games or some pixelized things. The venue is divided into two logical areas: the real area and the virtual area. Also, there are some Greek design elements which come into us from vaporwave. Also, we are big fans of glitch art, and there are many other items related to Soviet punk as well. Something like this. Some advice for the hookah lounge owners: always make zones inside your venue. For example, here in Diskette Lounge, our venue is divided into the two logical parts, two zones. So first zone is virtual. It looks like a room in Photoshop, or it's a web punk style. Yeah, and step by step you see this virtual zone turn into the real zone. So the other side of the venue is the real zone, which represents us the real world. So the idea is that we compare two worlds, the real world and virtual world. And it's a nice philosophy concept. Let's talk about some important thing for any lounge nowadays: social media pages policy. I have traveled a lot and talked with many different hookah lounge owners in many different countries, and you know what? Most of people telling me that, you know, we have only Instagram page and nothing more, nothing else, only Instagram page, and it's okay. Well, guys, I can't agree with it. It's not okay. So let me tell you the concept of Diskette Lounge social media policy. So first of all, yes, of course, many people use Instagram, but not in any country. Not in any country. So if we talk about our Instagram concept, it's unified color style of pictures. It's also artist announcements, special offers announcements, and so on. That's the concept of our Instagram. But also we do run other social media pages like VK and Facebook. We have the next concept. So it's artists, it's entertainment content, it's funny memes, and the most important thing for Facebook and VK is the community group. So it's core community based on these groups. It's also guest reviews as well, but in VK we organize many different discussions with our followers. We do some artist contests, music contests, we do some creation of ideas. We do calls to our auditory like, hey guys, do you have this 18th century equipment? Can you bring it to our lounge? And so on. It's important thing because we use a lot of works from community. Yeah, so let's move to other channels. Also, it makes sense to run Telegram and Twitter channel. We focus there our events announcements and artist announcements. So that's it. It's all right. For sure, we have a website, and website is focused on SEO. So when people are searching in web regarding some concepts, articles, artists, and so on, they could find our website. On our website, we concentrate different articles related to the concept of Diskette Lounge. You can search and find it on our website. And if we will work together, we will create a website on your language, and we will help to translate the articles which we have on your language, so you will have also a good SEO of your website. Let's move next. There are some other channels. It's TikTok and Instagram stories and YouTube shorts. So it's nice to make, some short concept videos regarding our thematics of vaporwave, synthwave, and so on. And also some short launch videos. Yeah. Let's talk about YouTube. So actually on our YouTube channel we organize event streaming, like some artists do something. Also we have lecturers. From time to time we have some science doctors who explain, do some lecture about generations or something like that. And we organize our own music awards. So every year we do best vaporwave track music awards, best synthwave track. It's just fun. So it's for YouTube. And yeah, of course, a big part of any restaurants or hookah lounge is Google Maps, TripAdvisor, and any kind of such websites. So in these platforms we focused on guest reviews. So we review each guest's report, like we are trying to avoid any type of negative opinions and so on. If some customer is not satisfied about something and put us like 1 or 2 stars, which means bad service, we are trying to negotiate with this guy to change the review and so on. As a result, for many years we contributed a really great result about it. So we have some awards from Yandex Maps, from some other aggregator services as well, and that's really cool. That's really good. So that's been the concept of social media. I hope you enjoyed. Makes sense to check the points why our venue, why Diskette Lounge is successful. So let me just focus your attention on several points. First of all, many lounges being closed during COVID period, so it was really hard times in different countries. I have so many hookah lounge owners, friends who just closed their lounges, but we survived and everything been fine. And it's not just luck. It's because of our business model. So we have done something to survive, and we are doing good. Another thing, another point of success is formula which been checked for many years. First thing, it's atmosphere for best pictures. Atmosphere for the best pictures. Plus ability to touch something new. I mean touch something new some new experience for guests. So you are coming to our lounge and you see something new. You see these graphics of generations. You see these old bar TV stations. You see this, that, and that's something new. For this is a new experience. And also, of course, it's high quality service. So our guys work a lot to attract a lot of good reviews from many guests. Another point, Diskette Lounge is the leader of positive reviews among all hookah lounges of our city. Many people do talks in different communities about us. They gratitude us for our unique place. We even collect guests from different cities. So we have guests from all over our country who are willing to visit our place. We became like, a cultural place. So if you are going to St. Petersburg, you must visit Diskette Lounge as a museum or something like that. And yeah, we got some awards from Map Service, from Yandex and Tugis as the best place of the city. People really like to make a picture in our venues. As I told you before, the main focus is about the venue artifacts. We have so many items with which people would love to make a picture. It's really important nowadays. So also many bloggers, like many restaurant bloggers, cafe bloggers, put our venue into the special list of the city, which you should mention as some unusual place. So, and that's really cool. We have had some artists like rap artists and someone else who decided to choose our Diskette Lounge to make recordings of own music video clips, and that's really cool. One of the most points, it's about music concept, everything about music in our venue. So I personally watched every track which sounds in our playlists, and if you will launch Diskette Lounge in your city, then you will listen each track of music which been selected by me personally. I do it every day. And of course, since I'm the founder of Hookah Battle as well, we have a lot of different activities related to the hookah market, so we have different concepts of events, tastings, degustations, partnerships with tobacco manufacturers, hookah manufacturers, and many other things, which we are ready to offer you as the concept as well, and we are ready to give you our connections with manufacturers and so on. So yeah, that's some main points about our venue. Let's talk about hookah menu and hookahs, shishas in Diskette Lounge. So Diskette Lounge is a hookah lounge, right? So yeah, there are lots. What can I tell about it? So first of all, let's talk about which hookah models do we have. As you may know, with Hookah Battle project, we travel to many exhibitions all over the world. So we have a collection of best hookahs from the different countries, from Russia, Germany, Ukraine, Brazil, United States, and many other countries. And that's really cool because we can offer our guests to, we can bring to our guests some hookah from Brazil and tell him like, hey, this hookah came from this country, there are some story behind it, and that's really nice. So regarding pricing, right? So we have 3 price positions, which we call easy hookah, medium hookah, and super hookah. And the price depends on tobacco choice. So if you choose some kind of cheap tobacco, it's gonna be easy and it's gonna be cheap. So yeah, medium tobacco prices, super is something expensive, or imported tobacco or something like that. It works really good. So, and I can talk a lot about it, but let's just focus on some main points. Our hoses, yeah, we have a hookah hoses, and we prefer to select some specific model. So hookah hoses, we use Otivana brand. It's a great guy who created the idea, many different ideas. Do you know the idea of mouth tip on the lanyard? So mouth tip with lanyard. And do you know the guy who created this idea? It was Ivan Batanov. It's our good friend. So we use his hoses in our lounges. So all the hoses is from Otivana brand. Another main point is hookah chief. You know, not every hookah lounge have such a position, like such an employee hookah chief. That's the guy who will manage all hookah service in your lounge, will manage your employees related to hookahs, everything related to hookah. So yeah, our concept is to have a separate guy which call themselves hookah chief, and our concept is that we will train this guy for you here in our office for several months, and we will send it to you, a guy, hookah chief, who will go to your country and will live in your country and will work in your country and will be the head of hookah service in your Diskette Lounge in your city. So regarding hookah concepts in general, so we use Russian hookah culture, Arabic hookah culture, and Brazil hookah culture. It's really nice. So if you would like to know more, you can read my articles on my blog in Hookah Hub. And yeah, not long ago we have launched Russian hookah cocktails. It's a really nice thing. So we use some kind of cocktail based hookah. It's a hookah with a big glass part. And we put there a nice composition of some fruits, ice cream or something like that. And the idea is that you will get the aroma not only from tobacco or flavoring, but also from the glass part, from the base of hookah. And it looks really nice. And of course, these hookahs are expensive, and there are always some auditory who are ready to pay a lot for this. And yes, we use it in our concept as well. So there are a lot, what can I tell about hookahs? Just be sure, I'm in hookah industry for more than 15 years, and you can be sure that if we talk about hookahs, everything gonna be really good. Let's summarize. I hope you really enjoyed my story about Diskette Lounge, about my background and many other things. You see, I have invested a lot into this project as a science work, as features, as concept, design, many other things. And it's an important message that I want to send to you before you will make any kind of thoughts or decision regarding what do I offer you. My goal is not making a big money on this franchise, because you can imagine that one franchise for one country, it's not something about of making money. And actually I'm looking for the guys who have the same mind as mine, who if you listen to my story and you fall in love in this concept, then yes, please send me a message, and I hope we can do something great together. So at the end of my documentary movie of Diskette Lounge, I would like to finish it with my favorite quote from one of my favorite movies, Matrix of 1999. It's words of Morpheus, this guy on the picture. You take the blue pill, the story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take red pill, you stay in Wonderland, and I'll show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.